water.
No horseplay.
Simple steps save lives. To learn new life-saving steps, visit poolsafely.gov. A public service message from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
What you want to know. What you need to know. Talk 1470. WNN.
As a doctor, I see patients every day who are losing their vision to age-related macular degeneration, also known as AMD. If you have blurry vision or blind spots, they can be symptoms of AMD, and if untreated, could lead to blindness. The good news, AMD can be managed with effective clinically approved treatments that may reverse some vision loss. For free AMD information, contact the Foundation Fighting Blindness at 1-800-BLINDNESS. That's 1-800-BLINDNESS. There is a cure in sight.
1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. Listen for the latest on nutritional facts on Food for Thought with your host, Jolie Root. Mondays at noon. WNN.
There are a ton of social networking websites, but one stands apart for a very special reason. This one saves lives. It's MatchingDonors.com. MatchingDonors.com links organ donors with people in need of kidney and other transplants. In the U.S., 22 people die each day waiting for an organ transplant, most of them for kidneys. If you've ever considered becoming a living organ donor, or if you're someone in need of an organ transplant, visit MatchingDonors.com, home of the greatest gift of all, the gift of life. MatchingDonors.com.
1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. Wake up with the Steve Kane Show.
Just tell me what your problem is.
With replays overnight, every night. WNN.
Hello, I am attorney Rashawn Banks, and I enjoy listening to Spiritual Downloads with Anna Stevenson.
Hi, I'm Anna Stevenson. Join me every Saturday at 4 p.m. in the afternoon on Spiritual Downloads, right here on AM 1470. Spiritual Downloads is a live call-in talk show where we talk about everything from spiritual matters to what matters to you. So join me at 4 p.m. every Saturday. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We served our country like those before us.
You know, it was a dangerous area. All of Vietnam was dangerous.
The carnage of war left an indelible mark on me.
We came back and built lives. As time went on, we faced new challenges and found support to handle them.
I went to the VA, talked to my doctor.
I started doing groups. I started doing one-on-one counseling.
At MakeTheConnection.net, you can hear our stories and find tools and services available to you.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM, W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Here's how people are learning to make extra money from home at Online Trading Academy. If you have mutual funds or an IRA and you're not happy with what you're making, here's a tip from one of the instructors at Online Trading Academy.
How many of you out there are holding stock right now? You could be using options to sell against that stock to bring in income, like rental income.
Renting stocks you already own? Sure. Learn how it's done at Online Trading Academy.
He had this in his 401k, and he was able to generate $4,000 within 2 or 3 weeks' time, selling a call option on the Schlumberger shares that he had that he'd been sitting on for years.
People are learning how extra money can be made from home with stocks and more, all with limited risk at Online Trading Academy. Reserve a pair of seats for a free half-day class to see how it's done in Broward and Palm Beach. Online Trading Academy. Call now, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800.
Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, a 3-hour safe haven for your questions and spirit's answers to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next 3 hours, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
Yes, indeed. And I am spiritually speaking with Sarah, and I am here with all of you, and I am Sarah Spiritual. And I am so excited to be here with you on our second show on WWNN 1470 and 95.3 The Talk. And we're spiritually talking to all of you and seeing what's going on with life. What's happening with you? And I welcome your phone calls at 1-888-565-1470. And I see that we've got quite a few phone calls on the line. So if you're calling and it's a bit busy, well then pick up the phone and keep trying. You know, I'm convinced that we need to have Spiritually Speaking with Sarah on speed dial so that we can all stay connected and answer your questions here live. And my mission is to answer as many questions as possible here on WWNN. And we are going to be answering questions on Facebook, answering questions on Periscope, and we are connecting. And tonight we are going to open up the portal of energy and connect with our angels, our guides, and those messages that are so important to all of you. And we're also going to be connected in a way that we're going to have a message from Spirit for all of us, because a lot of us have been going through quite a bit of ruckus lately. You know, life seems to be holding a lot of bumps. And I know people are watching the news and you were like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? Well, cover one eye. It's going to get better. But in the meantime, how do we navigate that? How do we experience that and not allow it to permeate into our existence and impact us and create fear? And then many of us, well, we're navigating. What are you navigating? What adversities are you trying to overcome? How are you overcoming what's before you? And what is creating a problem for you? Is there something in your life that is maybe slowing you down or got you worried or making it difficult for you to stay centered and in the zone? Perhaps we have some loved ones who are not doing well in their health and we're worried and concerned. Maybe there's a financial matter that you just don't know how to get your way out of. And you're almost feeling like a dog just chasing its tail, just not getting anywhere. And what about that, well, that energy of moving forward in career, but we're stuck. I mean, stuck like on a piece of bubble gum. We're not going anywhere. And we just want to make movement in that direction. Well, we all have an opportunity to make a shift. And adversity is something that gives us a chance to grow. And it also allows us to develop the ability to trust. You see, when we trust, and we trust that the universe has us, then we know that everything is going to be fine. But it's when we try to figure out a problem, a situation, we try to solve it all, or we try to push an outcome, and we've all been guilty of this, and we find that we want to get somewhere, so we're going to maneuver and get creative. How many of you have spent hours kind of scheming how you're going to get from point A to point B? And I use the word scheming because we try to come up with scenes and scenarios that if this person says this, then I'm going to do that. And if they do this, I'll do that. And we begin to look at life as strategy. But we're strategizing with our emotional being and we're strategizing with our intellectual being. And the intellectual being, well, it is programmed by the experiences that we have been taught is truth. And then the emotional being, well, we've been connected. We've been connected to our family. We've been exposed to those emotions, and everything is just right there before us for us to experience. But we take away joy and we take away less than perfect moments from experiences in our life. And so those experiences, those emotional moments, the joyous ones and the ones that just brought you to your knees, those are the experiences, those are the emotions, well, that have programmed us and have conditioned us to expect more of that. And some of those experiences, well, they've made us stronger. They've shown us who we are and given us the opportunity to dig down deep within ourselves and recognize who we are and raise up above the adversity. You know, we look at adversity as almost some, well, cross to bear, so to speak. And we look at it as something that we don't know how we're going to get where we need to go, and we carry it like a pile of bricks. And then when we sit in the midst of adversity, what we spend more time doing is studying and analyzing the adversity, and we take it out brick by brick by brick, and we look at the problems and the situations and the cast of characters that are connected to that. And then we say, wow, I don't know how I'm going to fix this. And no, that doesn't mean we take our pile of bricks, throw it in the corner, and say, oh, it'll get better tomorrow. We have to acknowledge where we are, but we also want to take a good look. Take a good look and see why you are where you are. Is it a result of a series of choices? Is it a result of perhaps not following your inner guidance, your intuition? You know, your intuition has this ability to be your human GPS system. And when you look at that system and you allow it to nudge you, just nudge you, you're more often to kind of narrowly escape some of the problems that you're in, or they will be less extreme or less significant in the overall aspects of life. But sometimes we just plunge right in. Have you ever been standing by the pool back in, especially up north? I'm from up north in the Northeast, New York and New Jersey, and sometimes when the water was just ready to be, well, the pool was open, it's time, it's just ready to be swimming time, and what would we do? We would say, oh, let's go. And we'd go stand by the pool, and maybe we'd put a toe in, and inevitably one of us would put a toe in the water. And then when we weren't ready, someone would just push us in, and we would go splashing and screaming, and it would be so cold, and it would be a shock. And then we're like, oh, that's not where I wanted to be. I didn't want to get in the pool that way. I didn't want to experience things that way. And many of us go through that in our life. It's like something or someone pushed us in the pool, and, well, heck, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to be there. I wasn't ready to experience that. But here I am. And then we wallow. We wallow in the experience of, oh, I'm here, and I don't know how I'm going to get out of this, and I didn't want to be here, and this isn't the time. And there's never a perfect time to experience a bump in the road. There's never a perfect time to break up a relationship. There's never a perfect time to make a change in a job. You know, we can hold on and hope for that pay raise that we've been waiting for 14 years, just thinking any day they're going to notice me. We can make a change, but sometimes we're a little slow to change. And what brings that about is the fear. The fear as to what could happen if. What if I make a change and my new job isn't any better? What if I end this relationship and then I'm left alone and I have no one? What if I don't talk to this friend anymore? Are they going to talk about me behind my back, or are they going to badmouth me? Maybe I just need to kind of keep them close and not really give them too much more information and just act like I like them. Well, we've all divvied in some of those activities. We've all had those experiences. And we've all been in a place that we were uncomfortable. And from what Spirit has shown me, what experiences all of you have shared with me is that uncomfortability, that uncomfortable feeling, well, that has an opportunity for you behind it. But we need to be in that moment. And it is you, your perception of how you view the uncomfortable moments. That perception, that gives you the opportunity. You the ability to make the change. You see, it's how you view it. If you view it as insurmountable, then it is. You know, one of my greatest mentors was Mary Kay Ash. And I spent many years in Mary Kay Cosmetics, and yes, for those of you who are just joining our listening audience, I did have a pink Cadillac. And let me tell you, it was so much fun to drive around in a pink Cadillac. And my grandfather used to say, well, why do you need to make sure you have your makeup on and be ready to go out in your pink Cadillac? And I said, well, what I have to do is be advertisement. I'm an advertisement when I'm in this pink Cadillac. Well, did you know that everywhere you go, you are an advertisement for you? The essence of you, the being of you. And how you present yourself to the world and how you view what the world shows you, well, that's how they're going to see you. But how you show yourself to the world, inevitably, has to be how you see you. Yes, we can put up the smoke and mirrors. We can be sure that everybody sees our best foot forward. We can be sure that they believe that we've got it all together. And yes, there are people in sales that will say, girl, you got to fake it till you make it. But Mary Kay Ash made it very simple for all of us. She said, keep it simple. And remember that people need a sign on them that says, make me feel special. And when you put other people before you and make them special, and that's with kindness and gentleness and the ability to send them the energy of light and love, then they're going to be more receptive. Then life is going to have an opportunity to bring something better. But what I love to share is that sometimes, well, we don't feel good about ourselves. And we can't fake it till we make it, because sometimes we feel like we've been faking it our whole life. And many of you listening, I know you feel that way. You feel like life has been one really bad show, and you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and that you just can't find your way. And you no sooner seem to overcome one adversity than another one pops along. And then you say, wow, I guess this is my lot in life. My lot in life is to not have it easy. My lot in life is to be faced with adversity and problems and be uncomfortable, and I'm not meant to have the love of my life, or I'm not meant to be abundant. I am not meant to have what I want. how many of you listening have said just that to yourself at one point? I know a lot of us listening today who've been following the show for over 8 years, well, I understand. Maybe we are enlightened, but we remember where we've been. And sometimes in life we have to look at where we've been so that we can recognize where we want to go. And not to say this is what I don't want, because we have to bless where we've been. We have to infuse light on the moments that perhaps, well, made us uncomfortable, maybe made us shed a tear. And we have to forgive the people who perhaps were a part of the experience. You know, everyone has had their wounds. And some of us spend a little more time licking those wounds and not knowing how to get out of the sadness, the sorrow, the trials, the tribulations. And each of one of us has had that moment. Whatever degree it's been, the experience, we've all been there. So don't judge another. Understand that just because they may be in an off mood or a bad moment, you don't know where they're coming from. Just like the day when you were trying to fake it till you made it, and you thought you were giving off all this positive energy, somewhere along the line you just simply snapped at someone. And maybe the ripple effect of that snapping at them, that making them feel uncomfortable, well, that left a lasting impression. It made them feel uncomfortable. And maybe they didn't judge you, but it forced them to go inside of themselves and reaffirm what's wrong with them. Now, to put others before ourselves does not mean that we forsake who we are and we play the martyr and we do everything for everyone else and we don't have self-care and self-love, because that's not what any of the great teachers have ever taught. And I know Mary Kay Ash, when she told me to make everyone feel special and be sure that if I was in a pink Cadillac, then everyone else deserved to be in a pink Cadillac. And that if I could show them how to do it, and I kept it simple, and I made it replicable, then they would be able to do it. And all I had to do was hold the space of belief for them, even when they may not think that they could do it. Well, essentially, my great mentor, Mary Kay Ash, she prepared me for so many of life's adversities, and she prepared me for all of you. Right here on WWNN 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk, and to be heard live in Atlanta on WWWE 1100 AM. You see, we're just spreading the word. We're spreading the joy. We're learning that we all put our shoes on one foot at a time. And each one of us has had a moment or two. And all of us have moments that we regret. Moments that perhaps we said something that we wish never came out of our mouth. Perhaps you wrote something that you feel was the wrong thing to write. First, forgive yourself. Because it's that lack of forgiveness, that lack of love, that will continue to attract more adversity. Because adversity is there to teach you that you have to throw your hands up and trust. Trust that that which you cannot control is beyond your control. And that there is a greater force in the universe, a greater energy, that has this united front that supports you in any choice you make. You see, the angels, the guides, our loved ones on the other side, they resonate in this flow of harmony. And it's not for them to judge. They don't judge us. When I am blessed to make a connection with a loved one on the other side, they're just in love. They have a story. Sometimes they tell me a funny story. Sometimes they'll share with me that some of the peeps down in the family, well, they're not getting along, and they really wish everyone would just play nice at the dinner table. But they don't come from a place of anger. Because where they are, where the angels are, where the masters are, they're in love. And so here we are, trying to figure it all out all over again in this thing called life on planet Earth. And we're doing our best to be in a place of love. But life throws us curveballs. And sometimes we bite into a full-fledged lemon. And what a sour taste that can be. But when we release, knowing that everything is in harmony, and that even that sour taste will fade, and that if we look at the lemon as the essence and the expression of the heavens, and that lemon has its beauty in its own right, and we don't judge the taste, but we just are fully present in the moment of now, fully present knowing that that lemon has its own beauty and is an expression of the universe. Well, then everything tastes a lot sweeter. And here, our goal is to journey hand in hand, heart to heart, soul to soul with all of you, and to make life a little sweeter, make the journey a little lighter, and have a lot of fun along the way. So sometimes Spirit and I will just make a joke, and we're going to laugh at things, but we're never laughing at you, because laughter can overcome any sorrow. Laughter can overcome any disease. Laughter is the cure. Love is the cure. It's the only power. So when we power anger, frustration, hurt, judgment, the fear that perhaps we're experiencing when we see things that perhaps we don't understand that are going on in countries all around us, Jiminy Crickets, send it love. Give it power. And trust that the angels, the universe, they got our back. And that whatever is to come, we the people, join together. We have the power of love. And we, all of us in this listening audience, if we take the minute to send that love wherever we go, it's going to be a much sweeter experience. So if you're driving home tonight in your car, maybe you're on I-95, maybe you're on the Florida Turnpike, maybe you're in Atlanta, driving in bumper-to-bumper traffic, leaving your job, remember, send the car in front of you love. Before you say they need to learn how to drive. And then gently and easily go around them. Bless their car, surround your car with this infinite light, and breeze home, knowing that you're always fully protected. And send that power of love to your family waiting for you, so that whatever their day's been, whatever their experience was, well, we can infuse it with a greater power, the power of love. Because love has the power to change any lemon to lemonade. Love has the power to transform any adversity to your personal victory. And I want to hear tonight about your victories in life. And I want to answer your questions. Well, Spirit and I, we're a team here, and we're going to connect with all of you. So I welcome your phone calls at WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk and 1100 AM over there in Atlanta. I welcome your calls, and I hope you join me and you share in this experience, because we're going to spread our wings, and any condition or experience or problem, we're just going to soar right over, and we're going to go to great heights together. Stay with us, everyone. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then, we're going to take your calls at 1-888-565-1470. Stay with us. Don't go away. We're going to be right back.
Know me, do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie play.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Back here live on WWNN 1470 AM. If you're just joining us, we are here with Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and I am talking to all of you on 95.3 The Talk, and we are also connected to wonderful, wonderful Atlanta on 1100 AM. So thank you all for joining us here, and those of you in the car, be safe and call in, and hands-free calling. I just love it. And let's share the experience. And we're talking tonight about any topic you have, but especially I've been driven to talk about overcoming adversity and finding victory in adversity, and how adversity gives us an opportunity to grow and to change. And I'm going to go right to the phone lines. And, well, I've got to go to Illinois. I've got a wonderful young girl named Alyssa on the line. Alyssa, how are you this evening?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good.
Good, Alyssa. And how can we help you tonight?
Well, I was wondering about me and my ex.
Okay. And what is the ex's birthday, please?
February 29th, 2000.
And this is the on-again, off-again guy? Is this true? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And we had talked about him, and he was honoring you and giving you more attention, and now he's pulled back. Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. And I think Spirit had said give him space and just allow him to be, and that this should not come as a surprise to you, because he does this kind of dance. Yes, he dances in, he dances out. He's not ready for the type of relationship that you're looking for, Alyssa. And I believe he's showing this to you, and you're getting a sense of that. Is that also true, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sorry that you're experiencing that, but everything has a reason, and sometimes we really need to see if we're compatible with someone. So what is your question, my dear?
Well, I was want to know, like, he said that I can come up whenever whenever I can, like he don't care, but I just want to know, like, if we're going back together. I don't, like, he wants a friendship, but I want to know if later on if we're going to be back together and stay together.
At this minute, he doesn't want more of a friendship. And to ask the question, will you ever? At this minute, his energy is indicating that that is not his intention. So honor the friendship. Do not try to create something more. Do not do something to make him love you, because he's already made up his mind that he cares for you as a friend. And give him that space and trust that everything is happening for a reason. And you and I, you've called the show before. We've navigated this experience. We've bounced back and forth together. So now he's pulled back. So Alyssa, love yourself enough, honey. Love yourself enough to know you've got a great friend, and there's someone who's going to love you for who you are as you are, and not do this dance away kind of experience. Because he dances in, he dances out. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, like how, like, when we were, like, hanging out and everything, he acts like he's a couple. Is he doing that to, like, use me, I guess? Because he knows I have feelings for him.
Well, no one can use you unless you allow them to. So if you put yourself in a position that you feel that you're giving more than he deserves, then you're not honoring yourself. Love yourself. A friend is a friend. And he's not the type of boy that's going to pay attention to you and play with your emotions. He's been very clear to send you the signal that he needs space, and he's told you this before. So yes, respect that, but more importantly, respect yourself more. And ask the universe to give you someone, to bring before you someone who will be an equal match for you. And in the meantime, work on loving you. Thank you so much for your question, Alyssa. Thank you so much for listening all the way in Illinois. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for following us here to WWNN. Much love to you. God bless you. Bye. 1-888-565-1470 is the number to get in and have your question answered. And I'm going to go right back to the phone lines, and I'm going to go to South Carolina. And I've got Victoria on the line. Victoria, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great, Victoria. Thank you so much for calling and sharing this experience. How can we assist you tonight?
Okay, well, first I want to say I was at your weekend retreat, and I loved it. It helped so much. It was a fantastic weekend.
Thank you so much. Yes, we had a great time. We had such a fabulous turnout at that retreat, and I'm still reflecting over the magnificent angel that came up into the clouds that was shown to all of us at our beach setting intention. So thank you for sharing that. Victoria, what's your question for us tonight?
All right, well, I'm having a tummy tuck done with my favorite plastic surgeon in 2 weeks, and just hoping that it will all go well. And one thing I wanted to say is when I was at the retreat, you had told me a George name came up.
Yes.
And when I was in the doctor's office and I'm looking at all his stuff on the wall, his middle name is George.
Ah, well, I know we were talking about your connecting with a George,
maybe.
So maybe we'll see. But you know what? I see from Spirit that it's a good opportunity for you to take this time for self-care. Yeah. It's a good time for you. You will be fine. You will heal well. And I know that it's an important part of your transformation and self-love as you expand your consciousness, and you also expand your future and what you choose to do next. And I know there's some great accomplishments that are coming your way. And love is going to be a very strong part of that experience and this union that is going to move to the next level very soon. This is what I see.
Oh, good.
All right,
well,
Victoria.
You're usually right, so.
Thank you so much for sharing, Victoria, and thank you for calling me from South Carolina, and I look forward to having you come back down here to sunny South Florida real soon. God bless you.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. Pick up the phone and let's explore your questions here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You know, every day at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach, I have an opportunity to meet so many people and answer so many people's questions live and in person. And if you would like a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, you can come to West Palm Beach at the Expedito Enlightenment Center and have a session and try some of my fabulous products and see the beautiful energy, feel it, be one with the beautiful artwork and experience what we have there. And if you're not local, then that's not a problem. Go right ahead and go to sarahspiritual.com and we can do any session by Skype or phone. And most of my products are available right there online. So visit sarahspiritual.com, that's SARAH, spiritual.com, and join us and our inner circle, our family. We're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I've got a local call here. I've got someone in West Palm Beach, and it's Monica. Monica, how are you this evening?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great, Monica. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
Well, any message that Spirit has for me, I'm welcome to hear. I did have a specific question, but I'll wait.
Okay. You know, first thing is that...
Hello?
Yes, I'm tuning in, and the first thing Spirit makes me aware of, is there a loved one, a birthday and anniversary of a female who crossed over that just recently passed in the past month or two? Is there someone who has a birthday that just passed who's in spirit, please?
Oh, I would have to ask my cousin when's her mom's birthday. I'm not sure.
Okay, because I have a female energy that stands above you, and she shows herself as having just had a birthday in perhaps the month of May is how they make me feel. Month of May. Who has a birthday in the month of May connected to the family? If you're not sure, I'm just going to let you know that I have her energy here. She seems to be looking after the family, after the children, after the group. It's like there's a group of people that need attention right now. The family is navigating some experiences and patching up some differences. Is this true?
Oh, that I don't know.
Okay.
It's a large family.
Okay.
So it may be family in New York, for all I know.
Well,
yeah.
Then you
I'm
make
not
a
sure.
note of that and see where that message takes you all. And Monica, what is your question for us tonight?
I plan to take an entrance exam. I was thinking about taking it on Friday or maybe Monday of next week. And it's very important for me to be able to get into the program that I want to. So I wanted to know, is it possible that I'm going to, I don't know how to phrase this, but pass it the first time around? Because I can only take it
3 times? You can take it 3 times, yes?
Yeah.
That's what Spirit...
Twice.
Twice, okay.
Yeah.
What I have here for you is Spirit says Monday is a good day. Mercury, the planet of communication, is going retrograde. So what you want to be aware of is that when you're reading the question, my dear, be sure to read the question and be sure to understand the question. The art of taking all of those tests is simply in the questioning, yes?
Yes.
And once you understand the question, it's easy to draw the answer. But some of those questions tend to be a little tricky. So you want to be sure to read the question. And there is going to be success for you in this. And I also will recommend some Psalms for you to read before going into the testing. And I would suggest Psalm 119, NUN, and also Psalm 23 and 27. So if you read those Psalms before you go in to take the test, and you can begin reading them this weekend, it's going to create an energetic shield and a clarity for yourself so that you can pull up the answers more readily. And there's much success coming with this entrance for this program. And this program is going to propel you to a fabulous career next.
Thank you. You said Psalm 119, NUN?
NUN, exactly, and 23 and 27.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica, for calling in. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
God bless you. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines, and I'm going to go to Pembroke Pines, and I've got Denise on the line. Denise, how are you this evening?
Hey, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great, Denise. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
I have some concerns. A, my relationship with my husband, and second, his health.
Well, the health is actually impacting the relationship. He's not at his personal best, shall we say, yes?
Mm-hmm, yes.
He's a little grumpy.
Uh-huh.
And
distant.
Distant. You know, the way I look at this experience with him, and Spirit gives me this picture of life did not turn out the way he wanted it to be at this point. There was more of a fulfillment, more of enjoyment. There was something other than not feeling well in health that he wanted. And there's a sense of his mortality here catching up with him, too. He used to think he was Mr. Buff and invincible, yes? That's the energy he has. And now he's realizing that he's not quite, well, the spring chicken he thought he was. And this energy that they're giving me is that there's back pain, yes, but there also seems to be stomach distress going on with him as well. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, he's had that, and now he's got pulmonary issues.
Yes. What I want you to look at is that all of this is just an accumulation of energy, environmental and emotional, that has been building up within him for many years. And given his work, his trade, he was exposed to a lot of elements, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And so now there's some issues that are coming from that, but there's some treatments. Spirit is talking about treatments. The breath treatments will be there for him. There is a change in diet. There are things that he can do that can alleviate this discomfort. The back has taken quite a hit, so to speak, and the lower back is very unstable. Is that true? Yes. The relationship is just at a stagnant.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
It'll be fine. This too shall pass.
I hope so.
It will. It will. There are some choices for him to make and some doctors for him to see. He doesn't have all the answers yet. We don't have all the right choices lined up. When they are in place, there'll be a sense of relief that we've accomplished this, and then he'll be able to move forward. All right, Denise. Thank you so much for calling.
Right. Thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
Okay. All right. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. Taking your calls here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to take your calls, and we'll be going to Facebook as well and answering your questions right there live on Facebook and Periscope. So stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every song.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956. or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of life. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk and 1100 AM over in Atlanta. And we thank you so much for joining us here for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we are connecting to all of you, answering your questions. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number to call, and we can all join together. And Spirit has been talking about adversity and how we can make lemonade out of lemons. And sometimes some of life's problems seem to be insurmountable, and that's why we're here today. We are here to answer your questions and see how we can make things a little easier with some ease and grace and be in the energy of gratitude and love. And I think I need to go right back to the phone lines, and Facebook questions keep coming because we're going to go to you next. And I'm going to go to, let's see, I've got to go to Tallahassee, and I've got Diane on the line. Diane, how are you this evening?
I'm fine, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Diane. And what's the question you have for Spirit and I?
I'm just wondering if you can have any feelings about my sense of where I am and where I should be going, business-wise and personal-wise.
You're feeling, and the word they give me is lost. Would that be true, Diane? You're feeling like you're not only at a crossroad, but there's been a sense of loss and a sadness, almost like, well, this isn't where you thought you would be at this juncture of your life. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And there's a sense of self-employment, self-ability, but it's almost like you dance with some of those ideas of what you could do for yourself, but there's a fear there if you're going to be able to handle everything. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. You know, you're very good with people. You're very, very good with people, and there isn't a work that you can do that is a company work, that is something that can be your baby, they tell me, something that is your project, something that you can put together. But I also feel that where you currently are financially, you're feeling very tight. I'm feeling the water is up to the chin. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yes, and we are concerned about that old thing they call retirement.
Yes.
But guess what? You're not getting older, you're getting better, they say, yes? I know it doesn't feel that way. But what I am seeing here is a shift opening up for you to have new career, new opportunity in the month of October. This is when there's an opportunity for you to step into a new way of work, a new division from where you are now, a different direction. And this direction seems to be more in a role of a leader, a mentor. You seem to be the person that everyone puts everything in front of you and you have to handle everything. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Almost like they dump their work on you, yes?
Yep.
So now it's for you to achieve this managerial role, this role where you get to delegate and you don't have to do some of the grunt work that I see you're doing, yes?
Yes.
So there is the chance in October for you to open up to a new possibility, and this may take you out of the current workplace, the work environment, but there is something that you can create. So what Spirit is suggesting, particularly now between this time of the full moon going to the new moon, in this time, take the opportunity, write down what would the perfect work be for you, Diane. Describe it. Describe what you would like to do, what would bring you joy. And I know there are times where that seems a little ambiguous to you. You don't really know what makes you happy. You have been so used to just doing what you have to do. And what Spirit is sharing with me is that in this writing process, you will remember what brought you joy. And you will find a way to collaborate and put all those aspects of work that you do enjoy into one package and go out and seek employment or create your own venue that is a free will choice so that you can have this wonderful opportunity that will open up in October. That's when the energy opens up. You pull the trigger when you're ready. You make the move. But once October comes, there's going to be some great opportunities there before you. I sincerely hope I've been of some assistance to you, Diane.
Yes, you have, Sarah. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, Diane. Is this your first time calling into the show?
To this particular show, I have called in before when it was between 7 and 9 p.m.
Well, thank you for remembering us and joining us on this 5 to 8 experience we have over here on WWNN. I thank you and I appreciate your loyalty in following us. God bless you, Diane. Keep us in the loop and we will hold the space of you creating perfect work, career, and fulfilled living. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Bye. We're going to go right to Facebook because we have some questions piling up. And if you're joining us on the phone, then pick up that phone and join us at 1-888-565-1470. And we will take your call. But I want to go to Mary Lou. Mary Lou has a question that is very interesting. She's talking about her dreams. And many of us have dreams that we remember, and Mary Lou is one of those. And Mary Lou is having a repetitive dream where she's seeing the face of Jesus in the sky. And some of us can see many of our masters, our guides, our teachers in our dreams. And Mary Lou, the reason why Jesus is coming to you in this time of dream state is that he is offering you the energy of unconditional love, and his vibration and his energy is with you. And he is one of your guides, your master teachers, Mary Lou, who is assisting you on this path of transformation. I'm also made aware by Spirit that you have had your share of disappointments and betrayal, and Master Jesus wants you to be sure that you know you are not alone. And this is very important for you to remember. And he will continue to work with you during the dream state, and he may even give you that sense that he's with you in the physical realm once you feel comfortable. I thank you so much, Mary Lou, for your Facebook questions. And everyone, keep those Facebook questions coming because we are welcoming them right here on Facebook Live and Periscope Live as well. And I think we are going to go right back to the phone lines and grab another call. And I'm going to go to Georgia because we've got Georgia on the mind, and I've got Shornette on the phone. Shornette, how are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you, Sarah?
I'm doing great, Shornette, and we are taking your call. So what is your question? We have just a couple of minutes before we go to break.
Okay. I have a question. I've been battling with this relationship, but I'm at the point where I feel like I'm ready to walk.
Okay. So then let's go there, shall we? Shornette, in the moment of now. Repeat after me. In the moment of now.
In the moment of now.
I desire.
I desire.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
And a partner.
And a partner.
Who is emotionally and physically available for me.
Who is emotionally and physically available for me.
So if you're feeling the push, the nudge to let it go, then as they say in baseball, turn to this man and say, "You're out," and just be done. You can't waver, because the fear is that what is on the other side of "you're out," right? Is another player going to come up to bat? Do we have an opportunity for love coming? Spirit is assuring me, Shornette, that yes, right there in Georgia, you have an opportunity for more love. Don't settle, my dear. Trust that you deserve to have it all. And the universe, your angels, your guides, they're going to bring it right to you. I sincerely hope that I've been of service to you, Shornette. Thank you so much for your call. God bless you. Bye. Well, we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And, I thank Shornette for her question, because so many of us are afraid to just let go and jump, because maybe we're afraid we'll be alone. But when there's love, you're never alone. And we're never alone here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk and WWWE Atlanta. So stay with us, everyone. We're going right to commercial, and then we're going to be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. The phone lines are open, 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Talk health, talk wealth, talk politics, talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, WNN.
Homeowners, would you like to save money each and every month? Of course you would. We all want to save more money, but how? By calling I Will Advisors, that's how, and have their expert team review your homeowner's policy. I Will Advisors will review your policy at no charge. Most homeowners never review their policy, but it should be reviewed every year. So what are you waiting for? Call I Will Advisors and start saving money. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM, W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear. Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Another interactive hour of uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share the love and light.
To be
And we are back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk. And we're still in Atlanta at 1100 AM. So thank you all for joining us here for our second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we are speaking spiritually to all of you and welcoming your calls at 1-888-565-1470. Let's see what questions we can answer, Spirit and I. And we also have so many questions on Facebook, so I do want to appreciate the questions on Facebook. So we're going to take a question from Facebook in just a moment, but for right now, I've got to go to the phone lines. And you know what? I need to go to Catherine, and she's right here in sunny Florida in Boca. Catherine, how are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Catherine, and how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
Sarah, I have a lot of health issues right now and problems with my insurance.
Yes.
I need surgery, and I want to know what can Spirit tell me about this surgery and when it's going to be.
Okay. They're talking to me about, you were trying to schedule it a while ago, yes? Then give me the number 2. Was it 2 months ago or something regarding this disease or this illness? It started up 2 months ago, yes?
It's been almost a year. Yeah, I tried to schedule 2 months ago.
Yes, and Spirit tells me 2 months ago. And now they're bringing me forward about another 2 months because right now we're trying to get accepted and get all the paperwork in place. Is this also true?
I don't know if that is true or not. They just want to do more testing.
Okay, but there's also some paperwork that is not in order right now with the health insurance company. This is true, yes?
Yeah,
okay.
I think.
So I'm seeing papers shuffling, and if I shuffle the papers and I let them play out, the way Spirit brings me to the shuffling, they make me feel as if coming into the month of October into November, this is the time that the situation is resolved. And I see you recovering at that point. Now, what Spirit is saying is that they're torn between two things that are the underlying cause of this problem. Is that correct? And this is why they're doing further testing, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And this
go ahead.
Yes. So this is what I see. And I'm seeing that in this timeline, they're going to make some additional discoveries, and it's going to give them a better way to approach the surgery that you're about to undertake. I see that surgery will go fine. I just see that there is some tie-up with the papers, and the papers are going to take a bit more time. But once they have the complete diagnosis, then they'll know what they're able to submit to the company. And this will give you the results that you need. You know, the Spirit also tells me that this kind of came out of left field for you, that you were working very hard on aligning yourself in health, yes?
Yes.
And then you deal with health or beauty, and it's very important to you for your energy to be vivacious and health. And health is very important. It's a message that you pass on to other people as well. Is this true?
Yes, it's true.
And then what I see here is that you're feeling like, wow, how did I get blindsided with this? Well,
yes.
I understand. And there's some things that you want to use in this downtime, so to speak, this time that will give you time to reflect and go within and be more settled within. It's a buildup of some emotions and some experiences that occurred many years ago. And if I were to go back in time, Spirit will also take me to, I'm going to go to the time of 2004 into 5. And Spirit talks about disruption in personal life. They talk about changes going on there. So essentially, we're looking back about 12 years ago. And Spirit is talking about you haven't had it easy. You have literally pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. Does that make sense? And every time you felt like you were on the platform of success, yay, I'm here, it's good, I'm fine, you felt like something pulled you down. You've had your share of adversity, yes?
Yes, it's true. And can I ask you one more question? I'm really concerned because I have a kid, and he's not here right now with me just because of this whole health situation.
Yes.
And I don't know what to do because I don't want him to lose school. The school is going to start pretty soon. And I don't know if I should put him in an online program because I need to take care of myself in order to take care of him.
Absolutely. You can do some homeschooling and online program. That would take some of the burden off. And even though he may miss some of the socialization, you would be able to integrate him a little further in the year without him missing any of the work. And Spirit tells me he's a smart boy, so he will appreciate that. When is his birthday, please?
It's June 16, 2009.
Okay. He will be fine with this. He will be fine with this, and you will be able to handle it all. And I also see that you have some friends and people in your inner circle, Catherine, that are going to assist you. They're going to step to you.
Everybody wants to assist me.
I know.
This is great. It feels amazing.
Yes, you're going to be all right. And, you know, I used to say sometimes, and I do say it now from time to time, if it were not for the kindness of strangers, I don't know where I would be. So sometimes the people we least expect will step up to the plate and be there for you and make sure that you know that you are supported and you're not as alone here in a place that isn't maybe as familiar as other places, that you are loved and accepted, and that the light that you have chosen to share out to other people and the inspiration that you, Catherine, yes, you, have been to others, well, that is appreciated. And people will rally around you, and you will not have to endure this alone. And we in the family of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, well, we will be here with you as we are with everyone. And we will hold the space of light and healing. And Archangel Raphael will be right by your side. You're never alone.
Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing clarity into my life right now.
You're welcome, Catherine.
Thank you.
And is this
have a wonderful night.
Yes, Catherine, is this your first time of calling the show?
I called around 4 years ago, but I always listen to your show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you for staying with us and being a part of this experience. We really appreciate it and know that we are always connected, even if we're not speaking on the phone. God bless you.
God bless you, too. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Bye. 1-888-565-1470. Those are the numbers that you push in on your phone unless you've got Spiritually Speaking with Sarah live on speed dial. We'd love for that to happen. I think we need a Sarah Spiritual app so we can just dial right in and get into the show. But for right now, hey, I've got to go, to Facebook. Let's see what Facebook has to say for us. We're going to answer a Facebook question. Luli has a bittersweet message here. She had to end a friendship, and now she needs to know if it was the right choice. Luli, the way I see the friendship that you had to end is that the friendship relationship was not giving you what you wanted, and you weren't feeling honored in the relationship. And you, Luli, want more than you were able to have with that person in your circumstances and in the life that you had. So the way Luli Spirit is saying is that you need to release that experience and trust that there's a better experience coming next. And I know it's sad because this was someone who was a confidant, someone that you could share and you felt like you could be yourself. But what I found was, according to Spirit, that they weren't always consistent in their support and what they gave you. And the way Spirit shows it is that now it's time for you to honor you and put you first, Luli. That's the message from Spirit on Facebook for you, Luli Mendez. So I thank you so much for your question here live on Facebook. And we really appreciate your following the show, and stay with us, everyone, because I'm going to go right back to Facebook. I just love when Facebook is full of questions and we get to share all of these experiences here. And we have Lizette here. And Lizette, let me take a minute here. Your question is, Spirit has a message for you and a lot of pressure that's going on in your head. And let's take a look. Yes, Lizette. The first thing Spirit tells me to tell you is that the pressure in your head is that you're trying so hard to figure everything out, and it's finally hit you. That you are feeling alone and you're feeling disconnected. You're not feeling supported in any way. And now you're realizing there's so much on your plate. And Spirit is also making me feel that every day that you move forward, you will begin to heal. This time of unable to resolve the legal issues and your husband leaving, this will come to a close. And Spirit takes me to the wonderful month of November. And they tell me that things for you, Lizette, are going to begin to even out with these legal matters. And the disappointment and the legalities, the complications, the uncomfortability of the experience of the separation with your husband, you will begin to have a little bit more clarity and ease with this experience. Lizette, Spirit says, hang in there. You are always supported. Your angels and your guides are with you, and you will persevere through this, and you will make something wonderful out of this experience. Right now, we need to release it and let it go. Thank you so much, Lizette, for your question. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I'm going to go to Tony. And Tony is in New Jersey. Tony, how are you this evening?
Good. Good, Sarah. How are you? To do things for him. And what I want to know, if that's really, but Sarah, will I be able to talk to my brother directly instead of a middle person?
You will. You will. You will be able to connect with your brother. No, you and your brother were, so the way Spirit shows it to me, is like the Bobbsey twins. You were very, very connected. And I feel that the two of you have a synergy that did not dissipate in his passing. And that you've been able to actually go give people a message from their loved ones, Tony. Is that correct?
I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm able to.
Didn't you go up to someone and give them a message, even if you thought they were it was a little crazy?
I've done that at times.
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm still in a learning process, Sarah.
Yes.
So, my thing is, my brother, he has this house upstate New York.
Yes.
And he had told this girl that there's 14 other people there to light candles, and I've been doing that. And he's been coming back to her every, it's like once a week, a couple of times a week, and saying that these people are very happy. They've been, they're very happy with me, what I'm doing for him, it's helping them. So, I go up there, which, my brother left me this home, and I actually feel the energy.
You feel the energy. Yep.
And I talk to them, So I want to know, Sarah, if this is really what's happening around me, and will I be able to communicate with these people, sooner than later. You know what I'm saying?
You will. And, interesting, as you're talking, I'm getting the sense of soul family. I'm getting the sense of the people that are connected with your brother and the people that are connected to you. And they are part of the soul family that is your loved ones on the other side. And this light is the energy that they are utilizing to bridge that bridge of trust and that bridge of communication between you and them. And that is, if I were to say the candle is a light unto a path, it is. So you're lighting the path for them, but most importantly, Tony, you're lighting the path for you. And this light is so powerful that it reminds us that we are all one. And even though someone is not physically here, we are able to make that connection and that they will be there. Tony, I have a class that we just started, but it's actually done online, and you would be able to catch up. But when you're home, go to sarahspiritual.com. I am teaching a class on mediumship and how to make that connection, and you video conference in, and it is on Thursday nights, and there's 4 classes. So I would love if you check that out at sarahspiritual.com, and perhaps we can connect you and teach you and give you the tools that you need to bridge that communication with your brother. Your brother has a very important mission for you. And I get the sense that there's a story, that your brother was a guy of stories, and life was never boring with your brother, yes?
Yeah. True.
And what I see here is that he wants you to tell the story, but there's a story still yet to unfold for you to tell. So I honor you, Tony, for honoring the experience. And we here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, well, we don't think you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So we know that you are most certainly making that connection. And that light and that energy is forming a portal of energy where loved ones, higher vibrational beings, we can all gather and be one. And, Tony, I would love an opportunity, if you don't take the class, for you to go to sarahspiritual.com and let's do a communication of crossing over and let's make that connection directly, you and I, with your brother, and make that firm bridge so that you will be able to connect with him. He appears to you at night when you're sleeping as well, so be aware that he is with you. He is ever present. And this young lady, once you bridge a stronger connection, she will begin to get less and less messages, because she is really just someone who is meant to breathe life into the experience for you.
All right. Sarah, one more thing.
Yes.
I've lit 3 candles, he told her. 2 white ones and 1 red one for me. 1 white one would be for him, and the other would be the people
who are with him.
The house.
Yes.
And what I noticed that the 2 white candles have been getting dark. The green one is still light. He's telling her that they're cleaning me.
Yes, it's what it's doing is it's clearing the energy around you and around everyone associated with the experience. You see, and whenever, and I'm glad that you noticed that, because whenever we build up some residue in the candle and we see some darkness, it is simply picking up the energy. This is why we light candles. We light candles because candles clear the energy and they absorb all of the energy that surrounds us. And it's very important to light a candle for loved ones and light a candle to God. I mean, God is the creator, and he said, let there be light. So what better way to connect with the Creator and our loved ones who are there in light with God than to light that candle to represent and honor and respect the words of light that created mankind.
Okay.
Well, Tony, thank you so much for your call. I greatly appreciate it, and you are most certainly on the right track. And again, go to sarahspiritual.com, visit the classes that we have for mediumship, see if it's of interest, and send me a message or contact the center, and we'll find a way to get you integrated into the class so you can watch last week's class and join us tomorrow night for our next class.
Okay, Sarah. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.
1-888-565-1470. That's the number to get into this wonderful fill of questions that we have flowing in from all across the country here. And we've had New Jersey, we've had, oh my goodness, where else have we been? We have been in Georgia. We have been in, well, let's see, Illinois. We are just buzzing all around. So right now, we're going to stay here local for just a moment, and we're going to go to Miquelda, and she's in Pompano. Miquelda, how are you tonight? Miquelda, are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here, Sarah.
Oh,
sorry.
great. That's quite all right, Miquelda. And so how can Spirit and I assist you?
Yes, I just wanted to see what does Spirit want to share with me, because this morning I had a dream. It's as if I keep having dreams like I'm in darkness. And I kind of feel like something is blocking me, and I'm not sure exactly what the dream was trying to tell me, but it's as if I was trying to walk in through somewhere, and everyone with me was allowed to go in except for me.
You know, it's interesting because there's 2 things going on, and the first thing Spirit says to me to tell you is check your circle of friends. I mean, time to check the circle of friends, because not everybody is in the, yay, we got your back, Miquelda pile. And this is an issue. And so Spirit,
I don't have any friends. That's the problem. I feel so alone. So it's like, you told me this message before, but I'm lost where to begin.
Well, and interestingly enough, if Spirit is saying the same message, then you know there's something to this. So we have to look. If it's not called a so-called friend, what I want you to look at is who's in the circle, who's in the connections with you, who would be associated maybe at work or in the outskirts of the family, because there's definitely a sense of not everyone being supportive. And I get a sense that Spirit is trying to avoid you being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Not all of it is being done unto you, my dear. You know, the first thing we all feel is that if I can't move forward or I've got a lot of problems, then, wow, something is being done around me or somebody doesn't want to see me successful. And we jump to that and we claim the status of victim. But I don't see so much the victim in you. I don't see that energy, and I know you're not claiming that. But I do see that there are some naysayers, but more importantly, I feel that your spirit guides are showing you that there's a place that everyone else is going to be, and you're not going to be there. But the reason is for your protection and your guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So be open to that. And if there's, for instance, a party, a gathering, something that comes up very soon, what I'd love for you to do is say, Spirit, guides, pray, meditate, and ask this question. Ask the question that they go and show you evidence as to whether it's the right place for you to be. And they're going to do that for you. They're going to do that for you. And you know, you could use a white candle lit for all your spirit guides and the light.
Yes, I was just listening to that before, and I was like, I definitely need to do that.
Yes, light a candle. And whenever lighting candles, everyone, I always want to say, put it in something secure, you know, because it is something that is fire. So we want to be sure to light it, keep it secure, and let it be a light unto your path. And see what the universe has for you next. I see advancement in work, so keep going and moving forward. I see transformation coming for you, my dear.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for your question. We greatly appreciate you. God bless you.
No problem. Take care. Bye-bye.
We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going right back to the phone lines at 1-888-565-1470, and we're spiritually speaking with me, Sarah, and all of you, and answering your questions. So stay with us, everyone. Do not go away, because you know we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its soul.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
For the most extensive multicultural array of spiritual products, classes, and healing services in a comfortable and convenient setting, you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza in West Palm Beach. There you'll find the products, services, and spiritual development classes to help you bridge the gap between you and your spiritual connection. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Habitat Plaza, West Palm Beach. Call them at 561-682-0955 or online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Habitat Plaza Plaza, Okeechobee Boulevard, West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit them on the web at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide. 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Back here on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk, and we are in Atlanta at 1100 AM. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And if you're just tuning in, we are Spiritually Speaking and answering all of your questions here live at 1-888-565-1470. But I have some calls on hold, so I've got to keep going. I'm going to go right back to the phone lines. And if you're on Facebook and asking questions, no, I'm going to get to your questions. And we are going to take your questions here live on Facebook and Periscope. And whatever I don't get to here live, you know I'll be up answering your questions. So keep the questions coming. And I've got to go to Sherry. And Sherry, she's in Georgia. Sherry, how are you this evening?
Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Sherry, and you have a question for us.
I do, and I wasn't going to call you today. Okay, so I moved, and my work is going good. I have my first week of orientation.
Great.
I'm making sure I'm on time. And, okay, so here's the thing. I have a roommate, and she smokes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to move. I really want to move. I don't know what's got a bug in me, or the train's driving me crazy every morning. I can't sleep. I moved to a new room. I did move to a 4-bedroom.
Right.
Sarah, I don't know if I should stay put for a while or...
You need to stay put for a while. You need to suck it up. You can't handle anything on your own right now, and you need to just allow this to go and pass through this so that you can get on your feet. And this is a test of your ability to govern your thoughts and emotions and how you perceive the reality that you're in. You see, the power you give it is the power it will have over you.
I understand. The power I give it, the power I have over me.
So,
well, I have...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, okay, so I guess I'll just have to... Yeah, boy. If my roommate, the lady, I don't know who I can't think of her name. She going to be there for a while because she's a smoker.
I understand that. You can't tell me you've never been out in public and someone else was smoking. I know it's a little uncomfortable.
Different when you smell it in your house. It's like, ugh.
I understand that. Then you need to get some Sarah Spiritual sage clearance spray and spray your room and go sit in there all day.
I really do.
You do. All right.
Yeah.
You will navigate this fine. You just got settled. Stay there. Build this opportunity to get yourself back on your feet. Do the work you need to do. And be in gratitude, my dear. Gratitude is going to take you a long way. And
thank you for saying that, Sarah, because you're right, 100%.
Okay.
Okay. But the job I have, I'm really happy. And you've been in my ear the whole time I'm sitting there in training.
Yes.
I've been thinking
I get
about
around.
on time. Yes, you do.
Get around.
And on time. And I've been very not myself. You know, I've just been like, cool, Sherry. Do you see me staying at least 6-7 months at least?
Sherry, we are there for permanency and consistency in finances. So do not set a limitation as to a period of time. Why are you thinking that way? Those were
Because
those experiences.
My music.
I understand that, but we need, listen, do you want to be a broke singer, or do you want to be a singer that's got some money in her pocket? I mean, let's get real here, Sherry. I mean, really. Okay. All right? Sock it up, save the money, let's go, work on the music. Some of the best music has been written even if they weren't in Nashville. So just write the music, practice the music, get everything ready, and then when you're ready to make the move, the universe will open up the door. Stop trying to force things to happen. It takes a little longer my way.
Ants in my pants.
Well, you know what? Go roll in the water, and they'll jump out. Okay, you'll be fine. All right, Miss Sherry, thank you so much for calling. I greatly appreciate you, and I appreciate you following the show. I really do. Thank you.
No, thank you for answering my call. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. I always like to give the number out so you have it handy. And when the phone lines begin to open up, it's your time to get in there and make that call. But for right now, I was in Georgia, but now I need to go to Nevada because I've got Warren on the line. Warren, how are you this evening?
I'm okay.
Good. Okay is good, Warren. How are you?
I'm great. I'm on vacation, a birthday vacation. I still wanted to tune in to your call.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. You're on vacation and you remembered us. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, I'm in a place that's very heated, and I've never been here before. Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes, it's. What's the temperature there?
I believe it's over 100. I haven't checked it because I'm just going with the vibe.
Yes.
But I didn't want to see the temperature because all I know it's very hot, but I just came from the pool.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you for getting out of the water. I didn't want to hear water bubbles. Thank you. So yeah. Warren, how can I assist you tonight?
I've been going through some pain in my body that's over a month, going on 2 months, in the core area, sacral root. Mm-hmm. And today I'm feeling good today, but it seems like it was just very strong due to not knowing what's going to happen with my living situation.
All right. So the first thing I see here is this. Financially, you're not feeling safe, and I understand that. So, Warren, what you want to remind yourself is that you're always safe and the universe will always support you. Your angels and guides are with you. But I also see that a lot of the pain in the body is you're releasing a lot of the toxicity of past experiences and past relationships. And there's a lot of cords of energy that you're cutting and you're breaking through so that you can catapult to the next level. This is part of what I call the spiritual detoxation. And when we detox the body in the spirit realm, that what happens is we need to release a lot of the learned behaviors, the emotional patterning, and all of the energy that we've built up from our own self-condemnation, the energy that has been brought unto us because of someone else's thoughts, energy, and opinions and conditioning of us, and also those energies that maybe ended abruptly, be it a relationship. And so those experiences, you are shedding and releasing them. And as you feel the pain being pushed out by a beam of light, and every cell in the body realigning with the illumination of the heavens. And this will give you the formulation for you and everyone listening that when we're in physical pain, the first step is to not acknowledge and give the pain power, but to recognize that there's a misalignment in the body and to utilize the energy of light, that power and that infusion of light, and place it wherever there is a pain or an uncomfortable feeling. And that will begin to return the physical and cellular structure back to the energy that is original path prior to the human experience. And you're also releasing a lot of past life remembering as well, because you're preparing to be a teacher, a mentor, a guide for others. So this is not unusual. Not unusual.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that, and even through my pain that I couldn't withstand, I had to go to the hospital for it, I still was succeeding in the adversity. There were still good things happening to me at the same time.
Right.
traveling, job changing, dynamics in music. And I was like, oh, it's like pros and cons. I'm going through pain, but I'm also healing other people and going through great experiences at the same time. It's kind of weird.
So will you be back by the 21st of August? Will you be back in South Florida?
Yeah, I'll be back this Friday.
Perfect. Well, then maybe we'll have some music, because we're entertaining the thought at the center of having a new moon celebration and manifesting, and the energy on the day of the eclipse and the new moon. So love to see if we can put that together. All right?
Okay, that's the 21st of August?
Yes, it's coming right up. We've got a wonderful eclipse coming up. So let's all shed some old and make a breakthrough together. So we'll be putting that up on the site. Meantime, the people who work on my site and my media person, Tony, is going, nice of you to tell me on national radio that we have an event coming up. But we do. I planned it this morning, just didn't tell anyone. So
great. I'm glad it's on a Monday evening, because Monday is my day off.
You and a lot of people, yes. So, well, have a wonderful time, release, and celebrate the magnificence that is you and your birthday, Warren. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Take care.
1-888-565-1470. And I've got to go to the phone lines right here in Fort Lauderdale, and I've got Joanne on the line. Joanne, how are you tonight?
Oh, hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, Joanne, and I know you're happy you got in, right?
Yeah. Yes, it's wonderful, but I love you and thank you for everything that you give to everyone, your positive thoughts, and just wonderful. Really makes a difference.
Thank you so much, Joanne, for saying that. I greatly appreciate it. And how can I be of assistance to you this evening?
So, I have been wanting to change my job, and because I work nights, and I feel like working at night, I sleep all day. When I'm off, I go to sleep late. I sleep all day. I haven't been able to make the move, and I've been wanted to do that for years.
Right.
And I just can't. I feel like I have a blockage preventing me from going there to get out there and find something else, because, I'm just, I make good money and I'm comfortable where I am. But I just can't. I know I need to do it, but I just can't seem to make the move, and I'm sedentary, and I just
one of the things Joanne Spirit is telling me first and foremost is that you like the security it gives you. You may not like the hours. It's so funny. I hear this song though. She works hard for the money, right? So it's not like you don't work hard for your money. You work. And Spirit's like, and you hustle and you do what you need to do, and it's long hours, and then it impacts your sleep pattern. It also impacts the day, and you don't get to enjoy life, quality of life, and we understand that. But there's also a fear. The block is rooted in fear, because what if I don't have enough? What if there won't be enough? And sometimes we need to take that leap of faith. And we need to trust. So the other thing Spirit makes me aware of, Joanne, is that you don't have a clear understanding exactly. You're saying, okay, I'm going to switch from night to day, but we have not defined the clear understanding and vision for the universe to return to you. What is the work that you desire? What is the career? How is Joanne going to reinvent herself? And Spirit goes, again, how is she going to do that? And what would she like? You work well mentoring other people. You also work well alone. And you also do very well with people one-on-one. So there's many opportunities for you. And Spirit also talks to me about health, healing, energy, that you have spectacular energy. You are very much in tune with health and healing. This is true, yes?
Absolutely.
Yes. And there's a lot of importance that you place on this energy of healing. And so I'm not saying that you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to be a healer. But what I am saying is that there is a opportunity that is empowering to women primarily that will emerge for you, whether it is connected with a not-for-profit, whether it is connected to you working in a facility or something that assists other people, and I don't mean by a facility a hospital, but a facility that gives you the opportunity to be of service to others, make a good wage. Spirit is very clear, make a good wage, but then capture some of the ideas so that you can move forward and do your own not-for-profit, something that's empowering for others, because Spirit says that you want to be sure you left a legacy, you wanted to have made a difference, and you've seen some of the difficulties that some of your family members have endured in the past few years, and that you have been the person who's held the space and the heart and the love for everyone around you. Is this true?
That's so true.
Yes. And you've had this opportunity to impact others, and now it's time for you to recognize the light that you are and bring that out into the world and not limit yourself with the fear. So right now, why not set a time? Set a time that Joanne says, by this date, I am going to be the person who has a new job in a new capacity that is fulfilling, and I am more than abundant because money flows to me with ease and grace, because I am a magnet that attracts everything in the universe that is filled with abundance. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah. I just needed to hear it. But everything you said, especially about the health and all that, I'm very much into that so much. So.
And Joanne, why not set a date now? I know.
I will.
This is going to get uncomfortable, but we're going to do it on national radio. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's envision, in the moment of now, you are already complete. And in the moment of now, everything flows to you with ease and grace. So in the moment of now, you are free of any limitation, and you're open and receptive, and you have the inner strength and courage and peace to know that you can select a date. What date would we like to put? I hear a date, but I would like to know, what date would you like to put that you feel comfortable with?
Okay.
What
I was
date?
getting nervous, but November 1st popped into my head.
Very good. I was telepathically sending it to you, so you did so good, Joanne, because that's exactly the day I had in mind for you.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not
I just
kidding.
put my hand out, like, taking in everything you were saying, and just, wow. Okay.
And I sent
November
you that.
1st.
November 1st. And you know
I think that will make me accountable.
You know what? It will give you, no, don't look at it accountable like, okay, we've got to answer to the angels and the peeps up there. No.
Okay.
It is giving you something to shoot for. You know what happens? You know, Mary Kay Ash used to teach us that if you shot for the moon, if you missed, you landed among the stars. So if you shoot for November 1st, but you end up with 11:15, that's a good number too. And we'll take it.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to remember that. That's very important.
It is important.
Accountable sounds too harsh.
It is harsh, and you tend to be hard. And, well, you know, you are that Capricorn kind of person, and, you know, it's like right or wrong, left or right, here we go. And so you've learned in loving others and putting others before yourself to kind of blur some of the, here's a word that we sometimes don't like in this room, boundaries. But you've learned to kind of smudge out the boundaries and kind of be more flexible, because you realize that sometimes the way you see it that makes perfect sense to you, Joanne, does not always make the same sense to everybody else. And that's okay.
Wow. So profound. See, you are wonderful. I just needed to touch base with you and hear your words of wisdom, and again, remind me that gratefulness and the universe will take care of us if we just quit putting up the barriers in our brain.
Yes, yes, and in our emotions too. The emotional feeling world is where fear grabs a root, and interesting, fear is false evidence appearing real. So we buy into the illusion of what if.
What is fear? Say that again.
Fear is false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. So we buy into that illusion, and that illusion can seem a little scary and daunting, but it's really not. It's all just part of following the yellow brick road, as they say.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome,
I can't
Joanne.
thank you enough. You've made a difference already, so
thank you.
I'm going to write down on my paper November 1st, and if it happens, it happens, but if it happens around there, that's fine.
Yes, because it will happen, because you are collaborating with the universe, and we just send it out, and trust me, it's already been received.
How do you do that, like send it out to the universe?
You know, I love that question. Thank you for asking that question.
Yeah.
By our words, by our thoughts, we literally are always having a conversation with the universe. It's just that we forget that they're always listening. And I want you to look at the universe as this energetic mirror, this vortex, this matrix of energy that is ready to catch all of the thoughts, all the desires that we send out. And if we're constantly sending out fear and worry and condemnation and anger, then what happens is it builds up as this vortex of a filter of fear and pushes down on us. And then we feel trapped, and we as humans begin to feel out of sorts. It's like the linter in the wonderful dryer that we use. If we don't clean it, it's going to explode eventually. So what happens is it goes out into the universe, and what we send out begins to be what we attract. And when we're finding that we're in repetitive patterns in our life, that we're not feeling good enough, or we're feeling conflict, or we're feeling that we have adversarial moments, or we're feeling fearful or anxious, it is often a result of programming, conditioning that we've experienced in the physicality of this life, and all that is out there in the universe. That's why I tell people, let the first words be in the morning when you wake up, thank you. I am in gratitude, I am light, I am love, and I am open and receptive to be the vehicle and the essence of God in motion. And if you say that every day, then you are giving the universe, your angels, your guides, just be a little speed bump on the road of life, as opposed to this crashing into this wall that we all envision.
Everybody should do this. I'm going to, every day now, that's my new first thing out of my mind before I even sit up.
Before you even sit up.
That.
Yes.
I will say that.
And you know what, Joanne? A lot of us, we wake up and we're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And oh my God, I've got to pay this bill. And we get anxious, and we're not even out of the bed. I can say for myself, the first thought I have is when I lay there, what day is it? Where am I supposed to be? Because I have no sense of time. So I have to go, is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? Where do I need to be today? But once I establish the day it is, then I'm in gratitude. And I'm appreciative for all the people that support everything that I do. And I'm appreciated that everything that the angels saw for me, everything that they put in place for me, that they hold that space, and all I had to do was put my foot in the path, one foot after another, and trust. And I've taken some leaps that have been doozies, and I've had people look at me and go, okay, girl, I don't know what you're thinking. And I'll be like, all right, it's going to be fine. And at the end of the day, think, I hope I did a good thing. But then just knowing that it's okay, and that everything will move forward. As long as any desire, any one of us listening in this audience, you and all of the people listening across the country, as long as our thought is constructive, and it is a thought that causes no harm to another, it is always supported by the masters. Always supported.
Unbelievable. I feel like I just grew so much spiritually just because I needed your guidance, really and truly.
Thank you. And I'm grateful for you, and thank you for following the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And come visit me at the Expedito Enlightenment Center.
I plan to. I really do. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm grateful for you.
Thank you. God
As
bless
everybody is. I know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have a great night.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470. You know, I'm so glad that Joanne and I were able to have that conversation and to explore, where we are when we don't know what to do next, and the feelings that come up, and the thoughts, and the worry, and the conditions. And, I used to work at night as a waitress, and in the restaurant business, it's quick, easy cash. And so then when I talked to people and said, all right, well, what's the take home on a paycheck? I went, what? You got to be kidding me. What am I going to do with that? And so, I might have done that office thing for a while. But then I thought, well, that's not really my forte. I have to delegate this. So what am I going to do? And I went into sales because I realized that I didn't want to be bound by a paycheck. I didn't want to be bound by limitations. I wanted to believe in something and move forward and share it with other people and share that experience and be able to create whatever I desired financially. And some days, maybe my ideas were a little bigger than the results, but there were days that I was surprised by what that commission could be. And I was grateful for the opportunity. And what sales does, and I know not everyone is caught up in doing sales, and not everyone is suited for that, but being in sales and being in service, I think everyone should be a waitress or a bartender for a while, and I think everyone should have a sales job for a bit, because you learn patience, and you learn to appreciate people, and you learn to listen. You learn to see what people really need and what's important to them. And then you learn to follow their instructions and put together something that is comparable for them, and that they have an opportunity to have everything they want, and they can create anything. And all you need to do is deliver the goods. And so it's fun that way. It's always good to learn how to be of service to people. Well, we're going to take some questions from Facebook when we come back from our break. And when we also take our phone calls at 1-888-565-1470. I've got calls from Port St. Lucie. I've got calls from Hollywood, Florida here and all across the nation. And I sincerely hope that you're joining the buzz. You're joining the action and the conversation. And if you're listening to us here in Atlanta as we begin to close our second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, then join us. Follow us on iHeart. Go to my Facebook page, Sarah Spiritual, and join the live show and be a part of the interaction of our Facebook questions. Before we go to break, let's take one question from Facebook and see what they have. No, we don't want to answer any questions from Facebook because we want to save it for when we come back. I can't wait to do that. And we have so many calls on the board, and I'm going to go to Jessica in Hollywood, and we're going to say hello to Jessica before we go to break. Jessica, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well, Sarah. A little frustrated. I know Mercury's in retrograde.
Well,
I'm staying grounded as much as possible.
Listen, we're just easing into it gracefully. So, no, don't get frustrated, because then, girl, you got 3 long weeks coming, plus the shadow afterwards. So, just breathe. Mercury will be retrograde this weekend, and it is meant to bring change. And so what is the concern here, Jessica?
Well, I'm in the market for looking for a vehicle right now.
Yes.
And I'm just not sure if it's the best time for me to rush it, because it's something that I do need to do within this next week.
Yes.
Or if it's something that I should wait a few more months and be patient. Just looking for a spiritual solution.
Absolutely, and that's a great question. And when buying a car in Mercury in retrograde, sometimes we can have some problems with the vehicle, and they do advise that you don't. But remember, if you find a car in the next 2 days that you're comfortable with, it would be a great time. Otherwise, it would be good to wait 4 weeks.
Okay.
And then after 4 weeks, I remember when my son was getting a car, and it was time to go back to college. He's like, well, Mom, we've got to go. And I go, hon, Mercury's in retrograde. You got to be kidding me. But, we waited to the towards the end as much as we could. And then we just said, okay, we know that it's an energetic influence from a planet. But as long as we put the energy of light first, regardless of whether Mercury is in retrograde, we can command the power of the energy to have a wonderful outcome. And so can you. So, Jessica, if you find something in the next few days, do not be in fear that the planets are not aligned. Follow your inner guidance. Put the presence of your angels and your guides right there, and it's going to be a right choice. If the fear and the concern for Mercury retrograde is greater than what you feel you can muster up in your light, then wait the 4 weeks, and you'll have a wonderful vehicle either way, my dear. Thank you so much for your question, Jessica.
Thank you for answering. I appreciate it every time.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.
Well, we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors and go on break. And if you're just picking up the phone, join us at 1-888-565-1470. Never a better time than at the top of the hour to pick up that phone and join the conversation and have your questions answered here, live on WWNN, 1470 AM, 95.3 The Talk, and stay with me on Facebook. Don't go away, everyone. We're going to be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and Periscope. The phone lines are open, 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
Talk here, talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN. Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM, W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682. Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Staying healthy is difficult. What nutritional supplements should you take? What foods are best for you? What health practitioner should you see? You've got health questions, I've got health answers. From heartburn to hemorrhoids, pain to pimples, carpal tunnel to the common cold, gluten to gallbladder, and gingivitis, and all points in between. I'm Dr. Bob Martin. Tune into my Sunday talk show at 10 o'clock on Talk 1470 WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome back to the third hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is presented by the Expedito Enlightenment Center in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. For the next hour, listen, call in, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook, and share love and light.
That I want to
Yes, indeed. And I am spiritually speaking with Sarah. And Sarah, that would be me, Sarah Spiritual. And we are taking your calls here live, 1-888-565-1470. And we are all here learning about each other's questions and understanding that we all put our shoes on one foot at a time. And many of us have had our share of obstacles and adversity, and how to put victory in the equation and not look at the adversity as something that's trying to stop us or block us. And we're taking your Facebook questions, so keep them coming. But for right now, I have a call coming in from Ireland. Yes, you heard it. We have someone calling in from Ireland. Yes, indeed. On Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, we get around. So we're going to go right to the phone lines. And I've got Brian on the line in Ireland. Brian, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great, Sarah. Good to hear from you.
Good to have you call in, Brian. And how's everything in Ireland?
Life is good. The weather's still chilly and rainy, but it's excellent.
Great.
It's excellent.
And you have a question for me and Spirit this evening, Brian?
I do. I guess it's just one question. So I met somebody recently. Her name is Lucinda, which is actually Latin for light, believe it or not.
I know.
And I'm wondering what the purpose of our meeting is. I feel quite a connection there, but...
do you happen to know her birthday, Brian?
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Okay, let me take a look at this energy here. And she gets what you do, is the first thing Spirit tells me. She understands some of the depths of which you view spirituality. This is true, yes?
Yeah, there's a lot of synergy there.
A lot of synergy. And she has a whimsical, fairy-like energy around her. Does that make sense to you?
No, what does that mean?
It means she has a very lightheartedness about her. She has a lot of spirit guides that are fairies, but she's also very, I'll say, logical and rational. She's got her groundedness, so there's a good balance in the personality of this woman, and she seems fascinated by you and your work. Yes, this makes sense to you?
Yes. Well, I just share with her some of the insights I've had from other discussions and teachings, your teachings and others, and she gets it. It makes sense to her. She actually has a sense of relief that she's not crazy.
No, she's
not alone.
No, she's not. And, all of us, we're not crazy. We're just all waking up and remembering who we are. And I also see this very strong friendship and compatibility. There's also an emotional heart opening. They're showing me the flower opening, like the lotus opening. So I am feeling that there's a romantic connection here with you as well, and she. So this is something that Spirit says to let unfold because it's a good compliment for you, and you are a good compliment. And both of you will be both friends, you will be partners, you will be teachers of each other, and I also see love in the energy. The relationship is new, so the personalities will stand the test of time. This is something that must unfold. But at this point, there is a connection that is meant to unfold for both of you. And there is a level of, I'll use the word anticipation. And this is a good feeling for you, yes? You're anticipating the next time you see her. And it's been a while since you've quite felt this range of different emotions when connecting with someone. This is true, yes?
Correct. Yes. And you've affirmed what I've sensed. Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for following the show and listening live all the way in a little bit of chilly Ireland. And we're grateful for you participating. And thank you so much, Brian, for following some of our classes and participating. I know you were a part of one of our programs, and we look forward to having you join some of the others in the future.
Thank you, Sarah. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you, Brian. Bye.
Bye now.
1-888-565-1470. And I'm going to go to Amber. And Amber, she's in the heart of Texas. Amber, how are you this evening?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, Amber. And how can Spirit and I assist you? A belated happy birthday. I see your birthday just passed.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Happy birthday to you, honey. And how can we assist you?
So, my girlfriend and I broke up about a month ago. And right now I'm feeling pretty hopeless. I know there's a lot of stuff I need to work on myself, but I haven't had the energy or any way of going about it. I just want to know if I know she's the love of my life, and I do want to get her back, so I don't know if there's any hope for that.
Okay. Well, the both of you were at a standstill in personalities. This is true, yes?
What does that mean?
You both weren't seeing eye to eye. Is this true?
Yeah.
Okay. And I see conflict, that the relationship was starting to have a lot of simultaneous conflicts. It was like one after another, and there was constantly building up. And you feel the love because you recognize that she's an aspect that's a piece of you. She's connected to your soul. And this energy that I see around the two of you, I don't feel that this relationship is officially over. And I'm not telling you that because that's what you want to hear. This is what Spirit says. But I see that it is necessary for a break. What is this person's birthday? What is her birthday, please?
August 23rd, 1991.
Okay. She is... well, she tends to think she's never wrong. Is that true, yes?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Well, I'm seeing her black and white, rigid. Sometimes she's not as flexible as you would like to be, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm feeling that she kind of went off in a bit of a huff, and she's feeling that, that she's done. And that is the energy, and that is an adamant feeling that she's holding now. However, I feel that you were very nurturing in this relationship, and that you made things easy for her. You made there was a good flow between the two of you. When the good was good, it was good. When it was bad, shoot, it was bad. And now I feel like she's gone off, and I feel like there's a lot of people in the circle around you guys, around this circle of people, that not everyone was supportive of the relationship. And I feel like if she made a statement outside of your inner walls of relationship, that people were quick to jump on the bandwagon. And so she's feeling that she's right and supported, and you're left feeling alone and lost and left. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. This is temporary. If I fast forward you before the end of the year, I see conversation, I see some resolution. It is not to jump right back into relationship, because if we jump back too soon, my dear, relationship will fall apart again. Both parties must go out and work on individual love, self-love, and you both have woundedness from, well, you have woundedness from experiences in childhood, and she has some woundedness from past relationships that she brought into this relationship. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So as we heal these energies separately, the two of you can come together and develop a better understanding and work on the compatibility in the relationship. So allow it to unfold. You are only alone for a temporary time, but it is how you perceive the energy and whether you feel lost and abandoned, whether she comes back quickly or it takes a while. There is love there on both of your parts, so allow it to unfold. You know, earlier today, I spoke with someone, and they were sharing with me that someone had just broken up, just same thing you just went through, and Spirit was like, no, I hear May, they're going to contact you in May, and they didn't hear anything from the person, and all of a sudden she goes, it was no sooner May, and the phone rang. So I want you to trust that the universe has this. I want you to trust that you're not as alone as you feel. And I want you to trust that, like everyone else who's had a broken heart, that we can go inside and we can make our own adjustments, our own alignment with self, and love self just a bit more. And then as we release the experience of the hurt and pain, we are open to love deeper and stronger than we ever have before, my dear. So be open for that, all right?
Thank you. Yes, right now I just have a lot of fear, and I mean, part of it I was also suffering from depression. I think that's what was causing a lot of the problems, and I think one of the things that I'm holding on to is the fact that she told me I was no longer the one, that she was a mistake. So I think that's what's keeping me in that fear that, I truly feel like she's my soulmate, and a lot of people are telling me I'm pretty much crazy for thinking that.
Mm-hmm. I have someone I've been reading for years, and a lot of people told them that they were crazy for holding the light for this person, and the person came back and left, but you know what? Now it's all picture perfect. So Sometimes we need to let people go to see how much they love us, and for them to love themselves and you to love yourself. And there are no mistakes. And
so there's definitely hope.
There is hope. There is hope. This situation is not hopeless. But first and foremost, remember, you're not a mistake. No matter who you're with, the choice of free will make people choose something other than what they have before them. And that's okay, because everyone has free will. And we all have an opportunity to be free. And she needs the opportunity to miss you. And let it be. And be in peace. And when your emotions start to act up, as they will, as they do to anyone who's had their heart broken, trust that you are supported. And remember to be in peace. That you are divinely created in perfection. And that you are complete love and worthy of all the love you desire.
And what do I do with all the guilt that I feel? Because I feel like I caused it.
Well, that's another great question. You know, sometimes when people are on their way out the door, they need to make the other person feel bad, like it's their fault. And if you're suffering from depression, as you say, and the energies of conditioning that made you feel unimportant and less than long before meeting her, then that's not your fault. That's an experience that needs an adjustment in the physicality and in the mental, emotional being. And that's something that you cannot control. That is out of your capacity to control. So trust that experience and know that it is not your fault and that there is no guilt, and that anyone who points a finger outward at anyone and says it was you, they're really pointing it at themselves, but they're not strong enough to look at their part. I trust I've been of service to you, Amber. I know this is a difficult time.
And so do you see us together?
I see you guys reuniting. What you do from there is a subject of free will, and those decisions have not been made officially yet on both your parts.
Okay.
All right, my dear.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go right to the phone lines. And we are going to go to Maria. And Maria, she's in Port St. Lucie. Whoop. We won't go to Maria.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, there you are.
Sarah, good evening.
How are you?
So right, I was going to get in contact with you tonight. Bless, how are you?
Good, good. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight, Maria?
The famous question of all, my love life has went upside down, and I just need to see what the angels and Spirit has to say about that, so I can get some more strength and some more perspective for my life and grounding.
Yes, and the person's name and birthday connected to this experience with you, please. Their first name.
Adrian.
Okay.
And birthday is 11/10/86.
Adrian is uncertain as to where he goes from here in this relationship. This is true, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Adrian is also undecided about a lot of aspects of his own life. This is also true, yes?
Yes.
Adrian is also someone who does not like to be wrong at all, and he can get a little heated up when he feels frustrated, and, well, Adrian tends to run when the going gets tough. This is also true, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Adrian is having a little mental breakdown within Adrian, because Adrian is having a, well, very early midlife crisis, I must say. And he's expecting things to be perfect. He's expecting everything to go smoothly. And if the going gets tough, then Adrian gets running. Yes?
Yes.
And right now, you were fully committed, and there were plans for this relationship to blossom and continue for, well, to stand the test of time, kind of like forever and ever, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Adrian is not in a place for commitment at this moment. And Adrian is not able to give you what you want, and you're having difficulty recognizing that and accepting that as a truth. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay. And you're also feeling that he has not always been, truthful to you. Is that also how you feel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Spirit is supporting that supposition that he doesn't have the courage to tell you exactly where he's at, so he's hidden like a child with his hand in the cookie jar, is what they tell me.
Yeah.
So let him be. Let him be and let it go. He needs to put his big boy pants on and grow up. That's what Spirit says. And you have a future that you're creating, and there's a desire for something more in life, yes?
Yes.
And you were holding up, Adrian, just a bit yourself, yes?
Yeah.
Well, it is not for you to do the work for others. It is for others to be responsible for themselves. Yes, in partnership, one hand washes another, and when one is down, one picks the other up. But I always see you bending down and picking him up. This is also true, yes?
100%.
So I ask you this question, Maria. What part of you, what aspect within you, what aspect of yourself feels that you have to overcompensate to make someone love you? It's a question for reflection. It is a question that you must be aware of, because then you will simply attract another partner who will have you overcompensate again, because you will attract the energy that you feel that you're worthy of. I know that you have not been sleeping well, and that this has been a difficult time. Allow him to be. And you just do you. And I see
it's very difficult with me being pregnant at the same time. These hormones got me so crazy.
I understand that. But you are the parent of the child. You are the host of the energy. You will birth the child, and it will be a journey for you to experience. And if he chooses to do the right thing and step up to the plate, well, mazel tov. If not, you will not be alone, and there will be another love, and everything will fall in perfect order. Focus on the journey that is before you. The blessing is in the unfolding of this experience. There's a whole new dynamic, and the best way to be the best mother possible, and I say this to you and everyone, is to not just look at what our parents did and say, I'm not going to do that, I don't want to do that. It's for us to love ourselves, and for us to forgive the experiences that made us uncomfortable when growing up, and to recognize that people do the best they can with the tools they have. But you are an enlightened being. You are someone who has the power to make a shift and make a change in how you parent your child, and how you show your child courage and faith and trust in a belief of a power that is stronger than the human being, and that you can be love in all aspects of life. This is the greatest gift you can pass your child, and this is the reason for having the child. It will be a great journey. Do not allow the temper tantrum of another to distract from the journey that is before you, for it will be wonderful.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. And I regret that you're going through this experience. And ask the angels to support you. Ask them to hold the love. Ask them to speak to his heart. And allow him to love himself. And show him what he needs to learn from this, without an expectation of something that can come. One can never expect another to come back. One can never expect another to do anything. For each individual has free will. And it is that free will that allows us to make choices. And some of them maybe others don't agree with, or cause hurt to another. But it is how we interpret the experience, my dear, that makes all the difference in the world. You're never alone. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you. Have a blessed night.
You too. God bless you.
Amen.
And we're going to go right back to the phone lines at 1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go to Micheline, and she's in Port St. Lucie as well. My goodness, we're popping all over the place in Port St. Lucie. Micheline, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. And how can we assist you tonight?
It's always a pleasure for me to call. I always listen and ask questions on Facebook, but today it'll be a pleasure for me to hear what Spirit has for me today.
Yes. And And Spirit is telling me that you feel like you're running straight into a wall, like there's blockages, that there's something stopping you from moving forward. And you're actually feeling like you're caught up in some kind of, for lack of a better word, spiritual adversarially attacked moment here. You are feeling like people are coming at you in the spirit world. You're feeling as if you are not in alignment with your God self, and that you're being interfered with energetically, almost like there's a psychic vampire sucking all your good luck up. Is that pretty much how you're feeling right now?
Yes, exactly. Okay. This is exactly how I felt today.
Yes. And I'm also aware that there's some information that you were having a dream, and the dream made you feel as if you were blocked, yes? And this is something that you started to put that on Facebook, yes? Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay. My dear, you are seeing the conflicts that are around you, but some of this conflict, I'm going to say to you, is the inner conflict within self. Remember this: no one can do unto you that which you do not allow. There is no force stronger than the force that is within you. Yes, it can make you feel a little bit bumpy around, almost like a plane that hits an air pocket mid-flight. You ever been on a plane and it kind of drops for a second, and we all think, holy crow, we're going to die? Well, it's not going to happen. It's just a shift in the energy. And what you're feeling is a lot of energy shifting. And right now you are getting ready for a breakthrough. I see advancement in career, and I see that you're doing your best to create a shift and movement in career. This is also true, yes?
Yes, it is.
All right. So focus on that, and don't let the fear of can I do it, will it happen, and who's against me, don't allow that to have you look backwards, because if you're looking back to see who's chasing you, my goodness, you might run straight into a wall. And then they're just going to trample all over you.
I was a little bit frustrated today because it's my first day going back to work, and I was supposed to be in a location closer to my kids, and my assistant principal changed me.
Right.
Instead of being in Boca Raton, so I was a little bit frustrated how I was going to drive my kids to school. And I'm like, why she does that to me?
Well,
I felt like everything I did was a block somehow.
But see it changing. See it changing. See it temporary. See something changing at the last minute to put you exactly where you need to be. See it changing. And see the principal noticing that you are misaligned in the programming. And see the principal telling the assistant principal without you going up and going, she put me in the wrong place, blah, blah. Right? Because it's just not going to get anywhere. See it in the energy changed. And if you see it, my dear, in the energy changed, then we can shift it. Or someone will jump to your assistance to make sure that the children do get taken to school or accommodated. And you'll find the best route with the least amount of traffic. Just trust that something, even though you're in an uncomfortable place, is going to shift so that you, my dear, have an opportunity to enjoy this. And perhaps you're on a different program in a different place for a reason that's going to better everyone. Don't look at the perceived limitation. Look at the greater picture. What can this offer you? And then we'll see what happens next. All right?
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you and the Spirit talking to me. Thanks.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
1-888-565-1470 here on WWN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk. And we're going to go back to the phone lines as soon as we take a break and hear from our commercials. And then when we come back, I've got to go to Coral Springs. I've got to Boynton Beach. I've got to go to Fort Lauderdale. I've got to go all over the United States before it's time to end the show. So everyone, dial up 1-888-565-1470. And in the meantime, stay with us. Don't go away, because we're going to be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different...
Have you ever felt alone, sensing something more is around you, but are unsure how to connect? Do you wonder if your loved ones who are deceased are among you? Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium who can connect you with your loved ones, spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. For Sarah, life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. To contact Sarah for a personal reading, call 561-682-0956 or send an email to sarah@sarahspiritual.com. You can also visit www.sarahspiritual.com for more information. That's 561-682-0956 or sarahspiritual.com. Let Spirit and Sarah raise you up.
Would you like answers to life's questions? Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there. Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of life. Call Sarah Spiritual now, toll-free worldwide, 1-888-565-1470. 1-888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Periscope and Facebook.
Back here live on WWNN 1470 AM 95.3 The Talk. And my goodness, we've been all settled in our new home for our second week, and we're really excited to be here on WWNN, and I can't thank them enough for the opportunity, and thank the Beasley Network for sharing the experience of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah with all of you. And if you're new to our listening audience, well, we've been on air for a very long time, and over 8 years, and I'm so happy that you're joining us, and I hope that you stay connected with all of us. And visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com, SARAH, spiritual.com. Learn more about the work I do. Learn about the products that I hand blend and my beautiful center that's in West Palm Beach, where you can visit and sample some of the products. Be in the energy of light. And it's a multicultural array of products. And it's such a spiritual oasis. It's a little piece of heaven. You know, some people just come into the center just to go and feel the energy, and then they pop on out. But once you sample one of my products or have an opportunity to hang with us for a spiritual class or maybe a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, all doors start to open and opportunities start to flow. Love to see you there at the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. Come visit me. We're there from Tuesday to Saturday, and I do sessions almost every day except for Wednesday because I'm here with all of you. So thank you so much for joining us here on this live show, and as we close our third hour, we've got about 30 more minutes of questions, so let's go right back to the phone lines. And if you have been listening and haven't jumped on board, then this is the time to write this number down, 1-888-565-1470. And I'm going right back to the phone lines, and I've got Stephanie, and she's in Coral Springs. Stephanie, how are you this evening?
Hi, Sarah. I'm so grateful. How are you?
I'm very grateful to have you calling in, Stephanie, and how may we assist you tonight?
I wanted to see what Spirit had for me tonight.
The first thing I say is the winds of change are upon you because you are expanding on new horizons. And first they talk about the horizon of love, that love is blossoming, and not just personal love and love of relationship, but you're starting to form loving connections with so many people in your circle, and you're starting to be the love and feel the love. Does that make sense to you, Stephanie?
Absolutely, yes.
And I'm also seeing a lot of support for business, entrepreneurship, and that has been growing exponentially, right? I mean, it's just so strong, this growth, and you're experiencing this expansion beyond belief. Is this also true?
It's coming.
It's coming. Well, I'm looking at the personal networking business, and Spirit is showing me that there's an opportunity or some type of travel coming to you. Is there a trip coming? Or a trip you're qualifying for?
Oh, actually, I won a incentive trip, yes, to Mexico, fully paid, in October.
Well, that sounds like you're doing smashingly, darling. Don't sell yourself short. And I'm also feeling that there's a lot of connectivity to Spirit, and the messages are coming stronger. You're getting more strength in your spiritual connection, and also the energy's flowing through you as a healer as you work on people, yes?
Yes.
And I also feel very strongly that you are getting prompted to do your own thing soon, yes?
Yes.
And that where you are now is a growing spot, and that it will be something that you will, the way Spirit tells me is you're going to phase it out. You're not going to abruptly end. You're going to phase it out and maybe keep a toe in that door, but you're going off to a new horizon. And Spirit turns the page, and it was interesting because I had no more room on the paper that I scribble on, so I had to turn the page when I heard your voice, and I started to answer your question. And that's essentially what Spirit's showing me is going to happen with you. You're turning the page and writing a whole new chapter of your life. The story of your life is changing, and it's been changing rather quickly lately. That's also true, yes?
Absolutely, yes.
And you've learned amazing patience.
That is correct.
And you've learned not to want to choke your partner. That's a good thing.
Yes.
I say that in love and light. I don't mean literally. But I see that you've developed an understanding in personalities and an understanding in relationship. And that relationship is give and take. And that if you truly love someone, then all the other things, well, they work themselves out. And you have to be in the light and energy of love, yes?
Yes.
And that is truly a love affair. And that is a good place to be, my dear. And that joy in your heart and that acceptance of others, well, that is what you are sending out to the universe and why you are attracting such wonderful experiences right now. So stay on track. You're doing an amazing job, Spirit says.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome, Stephanie. Thank you so much for calling and following the show. We greatly appreciate you.
Thank you, Sarah. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye. 1-888. I assist you tonight.
You were talking about pregnancy a few callers back. I'm not pregnant, but my
Okay,
wife
good to know.
recently was.
Okay. And
I know I'm not.
Okay, what is your question about the pregnancy, please?
So she owns her own business, and with the cost of living and inflation and the new one in the house, combined with kind of unhelpful people in the market that we're in, and wondering if, we can build our business in this area, or kind of wondering what's our future for these kind of uncharted waters that we're crossing right now.
First thing they tell me is revolutionary. They're telling me it's something different and new, and something that people have to get used to, so to speak. Is that true? Is it something different that people are not familiar with, they're not used to?
Yeah, we do a very unique product line.
And this unique product line was birthed in the, well, no pun intended, into childbirth, but was birthed between you and your wife, or in closed doors of a room. It's a passion. It's a project that you did together. This is also true, yes?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
About 5 or 6 years now.
Okay.
Great.
And there is help, and there is support, and there are people who will be your, well, guardian angels, so to speak, in the physical realm. And this product is starting off a little rocky in some of the marketplaces that you have tested. And Spirit is telling me that there's an additional marketplace, a different marketing strategy that is critical. And you might want to talk to someone. We might have a couple of ideas as to how to best market and target the market and bring the product forefront so that people are exposed to it and you begin the buzz. You see, it's about developing a relationship, first with you and your wife, and a relationship with the product. And when people are sold, then they will continue, because it's something that will then generate residual income. Yes, it's not something I buy once. It's something I can continue to buy. Is that also true?
Oh, yes, like on a weekly basis is
Perfect.
the way we see it.
Perfect. And it has all the ingredients to support health. Yes, this is also true?
Exactly.
Okay,
You're right
perfect.
on.
And what I see here is that as this unfolds for you, Dave, I'm in the month of, I always have to stop, where am I? Okay, I'm in August. And as I'm in the month of August, I go through this journey of marketing and connecting with people. I go to networking. I understand that we have new responsibilities in the household, but Spirit says you can get out. You can make, as my mentor Mary Kay Ash said, 10 phone calls a day. And when you make the 10 phone calls a day, you can get out to marketing events as well and network. And if you follow that recipe from now to the end of September, what I see is a birth of the business growing, and I see expansion of business, and I don't see it limited to a demographic area of Boynton Beach. I see it stretching from Florida and all across nationwide. It is not a product that is limited to just the state of Florida. So I also see that it's very important that you have the statistics and the information as to who your target market is. Also, Spirit makes me aware that a strong website and a strong online presence is important, and that you need to do something similar to what I've done. Build relationships, and people need to trust you. And once they understand that you believe in your product and your product delivers results and it is something that is beneficial, then the price point no longer becomes an issue. They feel that it is something that they can't live without, just like we can't sometimes live without a dose of Sarah Spiritual. So that's how I see it for you, and I do see it growing and expanding, and I do see that although you've met some adversity and you've met some naysayers and you feel as if you're moving rather slowly, it is just giving you the opportunity to reposition yourself, because I do see growth. And I would love the opportunity to have a session with you and your wife and see what else Spirit has to offer regarding this, and give you some, well, business strategies that I've learned have been effective in my days in business. I sincerely hope that I've been of service to you, Dave.
Yes, thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Spirit. We'll follow up with you. That was awesome.
Yes, thank you. And Dave, this is your first time calling into the show?
Oh, yeah, I've never called into a spiritual show in my life.
Well, welcome to the family, and we're all here to support you. And you know what, Dave? We're on national radio. So do you feel comfortable saying your product?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They're paleo brownie bites, and my wife's business is Love Katie Cakes.
Love what?
Katie Cakes.
Love Katie Cakes.
Katie Cakes.
And paleo brownies. Wow. Okay,
yeah,
great.
They're very healthy brownie bites.
All right. Well, then, my recipe for making me a believer. Send some to Sarah Spiritual in Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate you. Thank you, and good luck.
Sarah.
Thank you. Bye. 1-888-565-1470. That's the number to get you in. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got Marie. And Marie, she's in Maine. Marie, how are you this evening?
Hello.
Hi, Marie. You're on live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and you're in Maine.
Hi,
how are you?
It's good. I'm good. It's actually Laurie.
Laurie. Okay, great.
Yes.
Sorry about that, Laurie.
That's okay. I'm actually really good friends with Jasmine.
Oh, yes, Jasmine, who's also in Maine. Yes, wonderful.
Yeah, she told me to call in tonight.
Wonderful, Laurie. And how can Spirit and I assist you?
I would love to get some clarity around a recent abrupt ending to a relationship.
Breakup. Yeah, I'm going like this with my hands. I'm breaking like a cracker. I'm like, it just kind of cracked right down the middle, and there was no putting it back together. But here's the interesting thing. When I first heard your voice, you know, you have such a presence with you and such energy and such an angelic realm and fairies with you. You do believe in the spirit world and angels, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And I heard this song, and oh, God, here we go. I'm as free as a bird now. And you're very, very free. That's your personality. But as much as this relationship ended abruptly, and I know that you had given it 150%, and there was time invested in this relationship, and this relationship, did he do handyman work or some kind of work like that, and it was spotty for him, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm feeling like his work and the responsibilities and just like he wasn't feeling good enough, and he wasn't feeling successful enough, and that at times you were pushing him and he was being resistant, and then he would complain, I don't have work, and you'd say, well, here, go call this person, and then he didn't call, and it was this, suddenly you became more his mother than his lover. This makes sense to you, yes?
Some of it.
Okay. Well, the way I'm seeing this energy right now is that the relationship ended, there was a lot of weight on you. This is true, yes?
A little bit, yeah.
Yes. And the way I'm seeing this relationship as the two of you were butting heads, and he just had to go. The relationship just had to break. But what I'm going to say to you is that there's a relationship within the relationship. And there's a love there because the two of you spent time together. There's a history between the two of you. This is also true, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
and
it was fast and furious, but it was intense.
It was intense, yes.
Yeah.
And so now he's off in his corner, having a meltdown.
Yeah.
And you're left wondering what the heck happened.
What the hell happened?
Yes. And when is his birthday, honey? When's his birthday?
April 9th.
And he doesn't like to say he's wrong, so this is an issue. But he needs time. He needs time because you were everything he wanted, but then he doesn't feel like he can be who you want. And that's a reflection of his self-esteem right now. And so you need to give him space. You will hear from him again. There will be a reconnection. But you want to look at the relationship and see if there's a frequency and a vibrational match. Because although he's a wonderful man, and I know you feel great, intense feelings for him, in some ways, you were pulling him up a bit. And so
That's why I'm surprised that he just abruptly ended it, because I felt like that, but...
You were making it easy for him. You were doing everything you could to make it easy. But what happens is, then people feel obligated. When you make things that easy for them, they feel obligated. And then because they know themselves, because they look in the mirror, my dear, then what happens is they know they can't fulfill your dream. And so they have to step away and regroup. There's nothing he said that at the time he didn't mean, so please don't second guess all the beauty in the moments you shared. Just realize that in the moment of now, there needs to be a disconnect. And be in love with you first. And see when he's ready to speak. And don't ask what happened, because he doesn't even know. He can't even articulate what happened. But just in your being, if you believe that this is the person for you, hold the space so he can find his way. However, with no expectation, my dear. Because it's when we expect something from someone that they cannot meet that expectation. But when we believe something is true and we allow it to unfold in its perfect time, when they're ready, then it's something that can stand the test of time.
That's kind of what I've been doing. Like, I wanted to freak out, but then I just step back and look at the
Yes. Look
at it, and I just hold the space and just hold that love, because it was like beautiful and real, and it was just pulled so abruptly from me. And it was it was heartbreaking. But at the same time, like what you're saying kind of makes sense, because that's what I was feeling about him, is that he just doesn't even know what is going on. Because I mean, it was literally one day we were like madly in love,
snug as a bug in a rug, and then the next day it's like, don't even talk to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and
exactly.
You just cut ties, like completely just shut me down, shut me out.
Yes, and it's an uncomfortable feeling, and it pulls up all of our old abandonment issues. So whatever those abandonment issues are, let them be, okay?
Okay.
Work within self and honor those feelings. Because for some reason you attracted this experience. So it's for you to learn from this and see where it's going to take you. The journey is before you, my dear. Whether he chooses to walk alongside you on the path, that is his choice. But you can learn and grow from this experience and be grateful for the time you did have, because to have some love, you know, there's that saying, better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all.
Right.
So be in that energy. Thank you so much for your call, and thank Jasmine for referring you to the show. God bless you.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, bye.
1-888-565-1470. And we're going to go right back to the phone lines. And I've got Kim. And Kim, she's in Fort Lauderdale. Kim, how are you this evening?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great, Kim. And how can Spirit and I assist you tonight?
I'm on a new venture.
Transition. A lot of transition coming on with you. A lot of transition.
I want to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Because you're stepping into a new paradigm. It's like you decided you were going to throw your hat into the ring and say, this is what I'm doing now. And everyone's going, what? What are you talking about? How are you going to go do that? Right? It's a time for you to make a change in your life. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And what they put in my hand is, they're putting in my hand almost like the keys to the city, the keys to something. It's like organization, company, career. It's something for you to build for yourself. I'm seeing entrepreneurship branching out of this new direction, this new career. And I'm seeing partnership. I'm seeing you collaborating with other people. Does this make sense to you?
It does.
Okay.
I'm trying to build my own business right now.
And I do see that. And I do see that it's going to unfold. But it is not for you to get ahead of yourself. And it is for you to clearly outline the business plan. Now, you are very analytical and you're very intelligent, and so Spirit is not saying that you're not smart enough to do it. But what they are saying is that you have to take it and break it down in pieces and understand the objective that you have. Understand the objective that you have, and what is the first primary goal that you wish to accomplish? What is the first aspect of business that you want to tackle? Because, girl, you got a lot of ideas. When I go in your head, it's like a Christmas tree. There's so many different lights flashing, I don't know what to focus on first.
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas.
You have a lot of ideas.
But
here's the thing. We have to start somewhere. So we start with what represents the essence of what we want to accomplish. And I also see that you're still fine-tuning the definition of the work that you're going to do. And even though I see that we have a name, a conceptual name, I almost feel like that's going to change too. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So iron out the name first. You know, when I started my business of Sarah Spiritual, well, it was born from my naming myself and who I was and who I brought to the world. So you don't have to name the business after yourself, Kim, But what is the essence of Kim, and what is the message that Kim, as the way shower, the leader in the world, the person who wants to express herself in her own individuality, who is that person? And incorporate that in the name, and then see how that spins down and trickles into the ways of business, the aspects of business, and how we express the business, and then how we have the commodity and the exchange of business. You see, what I see before you is I'm seeing 3 revenue streams of money coming into you. So that shows me 3 aspects of business that are going to be created from this one business that you have. Does that make sense to you in your business plan?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I see coming for you. And if I were to go 1, 2, 3, they take me 3 months out. So they go to the mid-September, the mid-October, to the mid-November. And then I'm saying, wow, you are in motion. We have clients, we have people that are a part of this business, we have people interacting with you, and I see the collaboration of others to support this task. And I also see a public persona. Is there something in the aspect of business that puts you in the limelight or puts you in front of people?
Nothing yet.
Well, then whatever networking or aspect of communication, there's going to be yourself out in the public. And there's going to be growth just from that. Because the one thing Spirit tells me about you is that people trust you. Does that make sense, Kim?
Oh, yes, definitely.
And you are the loyal friend, the person that they could go to. And you're also the logical person who also is capable of emotion and empathy. But you also know when to tell someone, okay, blow out the pity party candle. We're not having it anymore.
Right.
Yes.
That's me.
Yes. So I see a lot of success coming for you, Kim, and we wish you the best in this endeavor. You are on the right path. Allow it to unfold. Redefine the matters of business and articulate the expression of self, and the plan will unfold magnificently. Thank you so much for your call.
That's great news. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, we are winding down our 3rd hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And if I did not get your call tonight, I welcome your call next Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. Every Wednesday we will be here on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 The Talk. And those of you on Facebook who shared your questions, thank you so much for being a part of the show. And know that we will answer your questions on Facebook and those questions on Periscope as well. And I can't thank you all enough, because I am in gratitude for the outpouring of support that we've had here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and the love and the support of the spirit world for us all being here together, because heart to heart, soul to soul, hand to hand, we walk the path. And if we all shed a little light upon the path for each other, then no matter what the trial, the tribulation, or adversity, we can find the light and find the victory, because the victory is never far away. It's always been within us all along. Thank you so much for sharing time and space with me here. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 5 until 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate life. Listen and call in next week and let Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram and Twitter. Tune in next week for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Talk health. Talk wealth. Talk politics. Talk 14